are just horrific. Joining us on the program today is Ria Singh. Ria Singh is the founder of Dalit Women Fight. Welcome to the program, Ria. We're also joined by Rahul Ishwar. Mr. Ishwar has taken a critical position both against the mass conversion meet, but obviously, as anybody would do, against the atrocities of Dalits. Also joining us is one of our best-known academics. We're joined by Professor Surinder Jotka, who's of course a professor at JNU. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And Mr. PKD Nambiar, political commentator and analyst, is with us as well. I just want to get brief remarks from you. Let me start with you, Mr. Nambiar. You have been so acerbic against the mass conversion meet that we saw take place in the capital city. But today, Advocate Rajendra Gautam, the minister who had to quit from the AAP cabinet because he was present there, may turn around and say he's vindicated when you look at the kind of headlines that have emerged from Karnataka. You were on the program with him on this platform when he laid out the atrocities that his community has to face every single day. What would you say in the light of what's happened in Karnataka? Remember, Karnataka recently tabled an anti-conversion legislation as well.
Okay. Well, I am. It's really shocking that when even in this particular time, in the modern time, people still consider themselves or ill-treat them with the caste or we still have to call them like Adivasis or the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and etc. I think almost all the governments, including the present one, has not really been able to do the way it should have been converted, including the social organizations which talks about the equality, equal opportunities, and etc. have not been really successful. Maybe we may have a long history of the Varna system. That could be one of the reasons. But I feel what happened in Chikmagalur or in this particular incident, before coming to your show, I was talking to one of my very dear friend, who's one of the senior most police officer in there. But it is more than a Dalit atrocities. It is between an employer and an employee issue. But other than this, 4 days before or 5 days before, another incident took place in Bangalore, wherein a Dalit boy was brutal way he was treated, and he wanted to be converted. So and in the same way, my home state and Rahul's home state, you know that 2 people have been human sacrifice happened.
Women have been, yes.
Women were killed. So irrespective of the religion or the caste or any system, what we need to talk about atrocities about any individual, a human, is not acceptable in a civil society. And with this particular case, a pregnant woman is being tortured, simply not acceptable.
Does it make you reconsider your position on conversions?
Conversion is, to me, not acceptable. Most of the conversions in this country, I'll tell you.
Why? Constitutionally a guaranteed right to choose your religion, and absolutely. For religions to propagate if they so please, right? That is a
Barka, last time in your show, I said this way, that if somebody, adult who voluntarily wanted to convert himself to another religion or whatever of faith he wanted to choose, it is his constitutional rights, and we give that in our country. Only one thing which I wanted to say, that 95% of the conversion, maybe even beyond that, are either lured or forceful conversion in India. For an example, I'll just tell you, I am from the place where I belong to. The entire land was of about 30,000-40,000 acres of land belongs to my temple, my family temple once upon a time. Now, all those land has been taken away. And now missionaries have bought those land from the foreign money, converted all the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people. And I invite you, it's not seeing is believing, because sometimes when in the panel discussions, people think that it is just to say. And all those people, initially, when I was a kid, maybe I'm talking about in the 80s, it used to be 1 acre and a house was given for conversion. Then now today, 5 cents. 5 cents means it's समझ लो आपका 150 gauge. That is what you get, and a house you will get free of cost for the conversion. So this is the atrocity in the name of education, in the name of
health, hang on. Let me just get PKD Nambiar before I go back to Ria Singh. PKD Nambiar, Ria Singh and Surinder Jotka both make the argument that if a poor man or woman is offered, let's say, we'll educate you, we'll give you a plot of land. The state has failed those poor people in many different ways, both social and economic, but also in the power structure of how their lives are in a sense organized. Why do you call that luring? I still have agency. I'm an adult. When I say I am saying, let's imagine I'm the person to whom it's my agency to say yes or no. It's my right given to me by the constitution.
I would say, I mean, this may be very easy to say that a couple of years ago, I had maid servant in my at my home. She was having a cross on her this matha. So I asked her that, but her name was Radha. So I asked her
Mhm.
that, Radha, but how come you have this? No, I wanted. She was from Jharkhand, and she wanted to get her son to be admitted to a Don Bosco boarding school in. Uh, uh, she was not having her husband. She had to make him join for studies, so she had to change her religion. Now, if you call this a automatic transformation of from one faith to another faith, I can only say all is good in this country. Let the conversion take place. Let every Hindu or every scheduled caste be transformed to another religion. The problem is in many parts of the country. This is more of like you'll have to think from a little different way. Punjab, for an example, Gurdaspur. I'm talking about Gurdaspur. I traveled extensively in Gurdaspur. The people don't even change their name, and I have completely transformed to the Christianity. Andhra, you will be finding that in every there are villages, there are 20, 30 churches. I am not against, I don't have anything against Muslims or Christianity. I have so many people I employ, and I have some of my best friends are from Muslims in my international business in the Middle East. But the problem is that why do you, if is your religion so weak that you need to bribe somebody to get them onto your fold? Are you not really
Define
misusing
bribe.
somebody?
Define bribe. Define
I'm
bribe. Define
bribe.
bribe.
Bribe is, let me change the word bribe to buying. That you are buying somebody and saying that, boss, you have these weaknesses, you require these stuff. So what you do is that you come over, I will give you these things. You become tomorrow, today Krishnan become George, or tomorrow somebody else will become something else. And
Okay, let me
instead of
jump
you
in.
going to a
Let
temple,
me
you
jump
start
in.
going to a church.
Let
But
you raise the
if
you
voluntarily, no,
yes.
voluntarily, I'll tell you, Saint Marthoma, and Rahul must be knowing it better than me. He's better with these things. Saint Marthoma has converted a large number of Hindu Brahmins in Kerala. I'm talking about 1500, 2000 years before. That was maybe the first time the Christianity came to India. But is
Yeah.
there anybody will say today that they are being converted forcefully? Nobody will ever say. But the
Okay.
problem is that when somebody's poverty is being misused and
Let me
ask
take your
them to be
point. Let me
used
take
for
your point to the
converting that,
others.
that is a
Mr.
different agenda
Okay,
altogether.
PKD, hang on. Let me Singh, Surinder Jotka, PKD Nambiar, and Rahul Ishwar. Thank you. And to our audience, see you tomorrow.